Hello everyone, once again welcome back in our video series of C programming by TechBooster. So guys, in this video we'll learn about our operators and its type. And when I talk about your operator, this is one of the most important topics in your C programming series. So here our first question is, what is operator? So you can see operator is a symbol which is normally used to perform certain operations in programming language. So here in this video we'll be discussing operators in detail. But first of all, let us check out its type. So here in C language, we have basically 5 different types of operator. First one is our arithmetic operator. Then we have relational operator, logical operator, bitwise operator, and assignment operator. So here in this video, we'll be covering each and every operator. But first of all, we'll be starting with our arithmetic operator. So this is our arithmetic operator, and you can see here we have 5 different types of operator, that is your additional operator, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulus. And I expect that you are well aware with what is addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. But what is modulus? So in order to understand what is modulus, let me give you an example. Like if you divide 10 by 5, in that case your answer is 2. So this is nothing but the output of your division operator. But if I talk about your remainder here will be 0. So your remainder is nothing but the output of your modulus. Like if you divide 10 by 4, in that case your remainder is 2. So that is nothing but the output of your modulus operator, which is denoted by percentage sign. So now in order to understand this modulus operator, let me open my code block and give you an example. So here, let me first of all start with my header file. stdio.h. Then I will have my main function. And here, first of all, let me consider a variable int a equals to 10. And now here, let me use my printf function in order to display my output. So let me write the modulus is percentage d, comma, here what I will do, a percentage 5. Then we'll have return 0. So now once done, if you run this particular program, you can see here your answer will be 0. You can see because 10 is completely divisible by 5. Now here in this case, if I replace this 5 by 4 and if I run this code now, my answer here will be 2. So this is our modulus, and I hope now we are clear with what is modulus. Now let's move forward towards our slide and check out what we have next. So next, let us understand what is our operator precedence and associativity. Like whenever you want to solve any of your mathematical problem which involves all these operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, in that case basically what we follow is our Modulus rule, where B stands for your bracket, O stands for off, D stands for division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So this is the rule that we need to follow in order to solve any of your mathematical problems. But what is the case in our C programming? So in our C language, if you don't use any bracket, in that case your Modulus rule won't be followed. In that case, we need to follow this operator precedence and associativity. So here you can see, first of all, we'll be performing your multiplication, division or modulus, and then we'll be performing our addition or subtraction. Similarly, in certain case, if you have operators of same operator precedence, in that case what you need to follow is your associativity, that is you need to move from left to right. Now in order to give you an example, let me open my code block once again, and here in this case if I consider another variable, like let me consider c here, and if I write c equals to 10 minus 5 into 2. So what will be your output here? So here in this case, as per our operator precedence, first of all we need to perform our multiplication and then we'll perform our subtraction. So here our answer will be 0. This is 5 into 2 is 10, 10 minus 10 is your 0. So now here if I try to display my C and if I run this one, you can see here my answer is 0. So let me replace this modulus word with answer, or else you may be confused. Now if I run this one, you can see my answer is 0. Similarly, here in this case, if I replace this multiplication with a plus sign, what will be your output? Now you can see your subtraction and your addition both are of same operator precedence. Now in this case, you need to follow your associativity, that is, you need to go from left to right. So in our left, first of all, we have our subtraction, so we need to perform our subtraction first and then our addition. So accordingly, our answer here will be 7, 10 minus 5 plus 2. Now if I run this one, you can see my answer here is 7. So this is our operator precedence and associativity, which you need to follow in case if you are not using any of your brackets. But if you solve this one using your Bodmas rule, in this case, first of all, you need to follow your addition and then subtraction. So accordingly, your answer would have been 3 here. So guys, this is very important. You need to follow this one while solving any of a mathematical problem in C language. Now let's move forward and check out our next operator. So our next operator is relational operator, and here the name itself suggests this will do nothing but relation between two operands. And here these are my operators like equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than equal to, and less than equal to. And you need to remember, output of your relational operator will always be either true or false, where true is your 1 and false is your 0. And this relational operator will widely be used in our conditional statement, where we will be considering our conditions. Now in order to understand, in order to give an example like how will you get your output while you use your relational operator, I will again open my code block, and here in this case, let me comment this particular line and let me consider my C equals to 20. Now here in this case, if I write A equals to C, so here basically what I am doing, I am trying to find relation between two operands A and C. What we can see, 10 is not equal to 20. So here basically our answer should be false, and false is nothing but 0. So if you run this one, your output will be 0. You can see answer is 0. Similarly, if you write A less than 10, here you can see your A is less than 10. So here your condition is satisfied. So your output will be true, which is nothing but 1. Now if I run this one, you can see my answer is 1. So this is our relational operator, and as I told you, this will widely be used in our conditional statement later on. So with this, I hope your relational operator is clear. Now let's move forward and check out our logical operator. So we have 3 logical operators. First one is your AND operator, second is your OR operator, and third one is your NOT operator. And even here in this case, the output of logical operator is always either true or false. So here you can see I have considered an example. AND basically means if you are considering two different conditions, and if both of your conditions are satisfied, in that case your output will be true. If either one of your condition is not satisfied, in that case your output will be false. If I talk about my OR operator, if either one of your condition is satisfied, your output will be true. If neither of your condition is satisfied, in that case your output will be false. Or if both of your conditions are satisfied, in that case also your output will be true. And when I talk about your NOT operator, NOT will basically give you your opposite answer. Like here you can see in my example, I have considered my AND operator in between, and here if my AND operator is satisfied, my answer should be 1, but as I have used my NOT operator before, here my answer will be 0 or false. So this is our logical operator. Now again I will open my code block and I will try to give you an example here. So here in this case, if I consider another variable, let me consider b equals to 5. Now here in this case I have considered a less than C and A less than B. So here you can see my first condition is satisfied, that is your A is less than C, but my second condition is not satisfied. Here your A is not less than B because 10 is not less than B. So here accordingly your output will be false. If I run this one, my output here will be 0 because as per our AND operator, both of your conditions needs to be satisfied. So if I run this one, you can see my output here is false. Similarly, if I use OR here in place of AND, this will give me true, or this will give me 1 because here either one of my condition is satisfied. Now if I run this one, you can check out my answer here will be 1. So this is my OR operator. Similarly, here in this case, if I use my NOT operator, like here in this case, if I use my NOT operator before my OR operator, now if I run this one, here my answer will be 0 because as per my OR operator my answer is 1, but as I am using NOT operator before, I will get my opposite answer. So here you can see my answer is 0. So guys, this is my logical operator, and I hope your logical operator is also clear now. Now let's move forward and check out our fourth operator, that is your bitwise operator. And here the name itself is suggesting you our compiler here will be working on each and every bit. So if I consider 2 bit, the possible combinations will be your 00, 01, 10 and 11. These are the possible combinations considering 2 bit. So here I considered A and B. Now if I talk about my AND bitwise operator, so you can see, as I have told you before, when I talk about your AND operator, if either one of your input is false, your output will be false. If both of your input are true, your output will be true. Like you can check out in my first 3 cases, either one of my input is false, so accordingly my output is also false. But in my last case, both of my inputs are true, so my output is also true. Similarly, in my second case, that is in case of my OR bitwise operator, if either one of my input is true, my output will be true. Similarly, here in my first case, as both of my inputs are false, my output is false. But in all other 3 cases, as at least one of my input is true, my output is also true. So here our third operator, that is your XOR, or you can also call it as exclusive OR. Based on this XOR bitwise operator, if either one of my input is true and the other one is false, in that case my output will be true. But if both of my inputs are true, my output will be false. And similarly, if both of my input are false, my output will also be false. You can see in my first case, both of my inputs are false, so my output is false. In my last case, both of my inputs are true, so my output is false. But when either of one of my input is true and the other is false, my output is true. So this is my XOR operation. Now, here in this case, in order to show you practically how bitwise operator will work, let me consider 4 different numbers, that is your 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So first of all these numbers will be converted in binary. So if I convert these numbers in binary, considering 2 bit, you can see for 0 we'll be having 0, 0, for 1 we'll have 0, 1, for 2 we'll have 1, 0, and for 3 we'll have 1, 1. Now, here in this case, if we perform bitwise operation between 2 numbers, I've considered an example here. If I perform bitwise operation, that is your AND bitwise operation between 2 and 3, my output here will be 2. So how will we get this output 2? So before verifying this one, let us once try this in our code block and check out whether we get 2 or not. So this is my code block, and here what I will do, I will directly replace this one with 2 and 3. Now if I run this one, my output should be 2. You can see my answer here is 2. So how am I getting this 2? So let me move back towards my slide. And you can see, first of all, what we need to do, we need to convert our 2 and 3 in terms of binary. So this is my 2 and 3, and if I convert them into binary, you can see this is my binary. Now we'll perform our bitwise operation. So here you can see, as we are using our AND operation, so 0 and 1 will give us 0 based on our second combination. 0 and 1 is giving us 0, and 1 and 1 is giving us 1. Now what is our 1 0? 1 0 is nothing but our 2. So guys, this is the way how your bitwise operator will work. That is, it will work on each and every bit individually. So with this, I will be winding your bitwise operator here. Now let us move forward towards our last operator, that is your assignment operator. And this is one of the operator which we have used in our previous programs. Like you can see, our first one equal to, we have used this one in our previous program while considering any of your variables and while considering any of our inputs. So first one is our simple assignment operator. Second one is our add and assignment operator. Basically this is represented by plus equal to. Third one is our subtract and assignment operator, represented by minus equal to. Fourth one is our multiply and assignment operator, and fifth one is our divide and assignment operator. So how are these operators working? So you can go through this example here. Basically, when we write a plus equal to 1, this is nothing but a equals to a plus 1. Here basically what we are doing, we are adding the operand that we have on the left hand side with the operand that we have on our right hand side. So here a means your 10, so 10 plus 1 is your 11, and your answer will be stored in our left hand operand. Similarly the case with your subtraction. Here a minus equal to 1 is nothing but a equal to a minus 1. Similarly the case with your multiply and assignment operator. A star equal to 2 is nothing but a equal to a star 2. So now let us try all these things out in our code block, and that will make things much more clear. So here in this case you can see I have my a is 10 here. Now if I write a plus equal to 1, and now if I run my program, my answer will be 11. My answer here is 11. Similarly, what I can write this one as, I can write it as a equal to a plus 1. And now if you run, you will get the same answer, that is your 11. So this is your plus and assignment operator. Now you can also use this one in other way, like if you write a equals to a plus 4, and if you run this one, your answer here will be 14. You can see your answer here is 14, which you can also write as a plus equal to 4. And now if you run this one, your answer will be 14. You can see this is the same. Similarly the case with your subtract and assignment operator. Now if I write minus equal to 1, and if I run, in this case my answer will be 9, because 10 minus 1 is your 9. See, 10 minus 1 is your 9, which is nothing but a equals to a minus 1. If you run this one, you can see you will have the same output, 9. Now let us check out our multiply and assignment operator. So here in this case, if I write a star equals to 2, what this will do, nothing but a equals to a into 2, that is your 10 into 2, where your answer will be 20. You can see my answer here is 20, which is nothing but a equals to a into 2. Similarly, if you use your division and assignment operator, now your answer will be 5, because this is nothing but a equals to a divided by 2, and 10 divided by 2 is your 5. If I run this one, you can see your output here is 5. So guys, this is our assignment operator, and this is very important. So now I hope all your operators are clear, and we'll be using these operators on a regular basis now. So with this, now it's your turn. You need to practice all these things, and I will be winding this video here. We'll see you in my next video. Till then, goodbye and take care.